This month marks 3 years since one of our state's most devastating wildfires. The Marshall Fire upended lives and the insurance market as well. Insurance became a problem for many Coloradans, even those who don't live in areas with high fire risk. Bankrate says Colorado ranks 7th in the country for above average home insurance costs. Insurance prices all across the state are on the rise. In Arapahoe County, insurance premiums went up 25%. In Adams County, 21%. And in Denver, a whopping 33%.
And in an attempt to address the issue, the legislature created a new insurance plan that is about to come online. Your political reporter Sean Boyd explains how the FAIR plan helps homeowners with no other options.
Long before the Marshall Fire, there were signs of instability in homeowners insurance. But the $2 billion disaster was a tipping point. The average premium jumped 23%, and a third of carriers canceled policies. 2 years later, the FAIR plan is a game changer and one of several changes now in the works.
This is the Colorado dream, right? To live in a mountain, to have snow-capped peaks down the street, to have a view of the Great Divide just up the road.
For 8 years, Eric Johnson and his wife have been living the dream in Coal Creek Canyon after buying their 50-year-old fixer-upper.
I can't imagine living anyplace else.
But last month, their dream turned nightmare when their insurers suddenly dropped them and others refused to even quote them a new policy. How many insurers have you checked with?
9. It doesn't matter the condition of our home, the age of our home, it's where we live.
You must have panicked.
Oh, yeah.
Without insurance, his mortgage company could foreclose. Colorado Insurance Commissioner Mike Conway says homeowners like Johnson are the impetus behind a new insurance option launching in the new year, the FAIR Plan, an insurer of last resort.
It's going to be that safety net that we don't have in the market right now.
The plan was built from the ground up by a 9-member board that will oversee it. Only those rejected by at least 3 insurers will be eligible, and coverage will be capped at $750,000. In addition to premiums that are still being determined, the plan will be funded with assessments paid by every insurer in Colorado based on their market share.
They're looking at it as a pressure relief valve for them, too.
While the FAIR plan addresses availability, Conway is pushing legislation to address affordability. Under the proposed bill, a state enterprise would sell catastrophe bonds to investors, and the proceeds would help offset the cost of major wildfires.
We can change the trajectory of where premiums are going, but we can also decrease premiums for homeowners.
Conway also helped draft a bill that will change the models insurers use to measure wildfire risk. Many, he says, don't factor in mitigation.
They're doing the work and they're not getting the return on investment from their insurance companies.
Johnson and his neighbors among them. After 9 rejections, he finally secured a bare bones policy.
Doesn't cover our roof or hail or anything like that, but it's something.
And like the FAIR plan, better than nothing.
I love it here. This is amazing. But, you know, what's the dream if you can't keep it?
In addition to the wildfire legislation, Conway is also backing a bill that would create grants to offset the cost of hail-fortified roofs for homeowners. Colorado has the 2nd highest number of hail claims in the country and the 3rd highest risk of wildfire. It's estimated about 30,000 Coloradans will be eligible for the FAIR plan, which will begin selling policies early next year. Sean Boyd, covering Colorado First.